Growing up, I always loved sweets, creativity, and doing things with my hands. Baking was perfect for me because it was a mix of all three. What started as me helping in the kitchen or doing stuff for fun turned into something much bigger. Baking went from a small hobby to my recent new passion and a way for me to express myself, relieve stress, and connect with people around me. It has become meaningful to me, and now I'm starting my own business. I'm going to be talking about how I got into baking, how I landed on mostly cake pops, and how I'm using this passion to start a business. First, let's talk about how I got into baking. Baking was a fun hobby for me during school or family events. It became as me casually making a box of brownies, cupcakes for birthday parties, or different types of cookies. I always wanted to bring sweet treats to a potluck, and it just kind of stemmed from there. I love mixing ingredients, decorating, and seeing what people enjoy that I make. This happiness that my baked goods bring to people motivated me to keep going and learn different techniques for better results. As I grew more confident in the kitchen, baking became a creative outlet for me. I was never good at the artistic side of creativity, so this was a way for me to express myself and also give treats to the people I love. I love trying new recipes, switching up flavors, adding decorations, and seeing what unique ideas I can take from a photo and bring to real life. Baking became a way I could artistically express myself in my own way. Baking turned into something I did consistently. It became a way for me to relax and escape from the stress of everyday life, responsibilities, and the stress of school. Whenever I feel overwhelmed or I need a break, I turn to baking. It became therapy to me. In a sense, it gave me comfort knowing that I had control of the moment when coming to measuring ingredients, mixing the batter, and waiting for something to bake. I want to see my creative freedom come to life. It has also shown me to express my gratitude when I can bake for my friends and family and make special treats for any of their occasions. Next, I'm going to be talking about cake pops and how I specifically landed on making cake pops. I discovered cake pops during a time when I was looking for something new to try and bake. I kept seeing them online and the different types and being able to customize them the way I wanted. I quickly learned patience, practice, and a surprising amount of technique. It takes a lot of patience in the beginning and it was really tested, but it was a way for me to challenge myself and try and make something different. As I practiced, I learned many different methods to crumbling the cake to the right texture, mixing the frosting so that the cake pops hold their shapes, and rolling them so that they look evenly and polished. Dipping them into the chocolate is the hardest part because some batches fell apart, cracked, slid off the stick, or even came out lopsided. I used these moments to improve and constantly get better. The more I did cake pops, the better I got. Recently, I started incorporating new flavors and different designs, such as pumpkin for the holiday season. People started to notice and compliment my progression. Soon, friends and family started asking me to make cake pops for birthdays, baby showers, and holidays. Cake pops slowly became my signature dessert and the thing my family requests the most from me. They started as a hobby, but now are something that I want to do as more. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about how I am using my cake pops to start a business. After receiving compliments and requests from people around me, I started thinking maybe I should take this more seriously and make it something more. Eventually, I took the step forward to start the Little Pop Shop, and this idea felt very exciting but also intimidating because it meant turning something I love into a profession. I knew if I didn't try, I would always wonder what would have happened. The first thing I did when building my brand was create a style around pink colors and clean designs so that the packaging looks super cute. I also wanted to create an Instagram page called The Little Pop Shop to promote my business, showcase my work, and to reach out to other connections and customers. Posting photos, making reels, and sharing behind-the-scenes content are becoming a part of my routine. Once I set up my branding, this meant start taking orders. I had to create a pricing system based on cost of supplies, time, labor, and the level of difficulty depending on the design. Learning to price my work has been fairly a challenge at first, but it's teaching me business management. I also have been learning to communicate professionally with others and formally take orders. Over Christmas break, I am going to get my cottage license so that I can sell professionally at farmers markets and local events. Today we talked about how I got into baking and cake pops became my specialty. I have pushed myself to start my own business and branch out and do something outside of my comfort zone. Baking went from a simple hobby and has grown into something more meaningful, creative, and exciting. It allows me to express myself and build skills and connections with people in ways I didn't know I could. As I develop the Little Pop Shop, I hope it keeps improving and expanding, and I can share my passion with other people. What started as a super small interest has now become a big part of my identity that I hope I never lose. I hope that it continues to be a foundation of success for a future business.